Good morning, everybody. Been a while since we've done one of these. Hope you guys enjoyed some time off for our spring break. So what we're going to look at today is conditional probability, and we're going to talk about given statements. And this is kind of our formula for given. This line here in between the A and the B, that represents the word given. What that means is when we look at something, the probability of an event, and we're talking about something that is given, we're only going to look at the stuff that is given to us. So I'm only concerned with what I have been given. So if we look at the first example here on our notes, gives us probability of B, probability of A and B, and they want us to find the probability of A given B. So it's just a plug and chug. We're going to fill in the information that they give us. Probability of A and B is the 0.23. Probability of B is 0.65. This is going to be equal to our probability of A given B. Type that in, get our answer in the calculator. That's just our plug and chug. More than likely we're going to be dealing with situations like we see in example 2 and 3. So if we look at those, let me get rid of our stuff right here. So if we look at our examples for the first one with number 2, part A gives us probability of even given that it's red. So once again, we're only looking at the pieces that are red. So if we look at this and we take every little piece of this, which we will in the first couple, probability of it being even and red. Okay, so that's those 3 out of our 10. So probability of even and red is 3 out of 10. Probability of it being red, up a little circle, is 6 out of 10. 6 red, 10 total with 4 blue. If we plug that back into our formula that we used earlier, the and part is our 3 over 10. The probability of just red is 6 over 10. We go through the calculations of this. What we end up getting is 3 over 6, or 1/2. Now, that is going through step by step, using the formula and everything else. Let's take a look at this thing a little more, just kind of using some common sense. We're looking for the probability of it being even, given that it's red. So I'm only allowing you to look at the red pieces. We're only looking at these 6. Of those 6, how many of them are even? And we get to our 3 over 6. A little bit quicker, a little bit more visual where you guys can see it. To me, it makes a little more sense looking at it like that than rather plugging into the formula. But I did want to show you how the formula works. So if we look at the next one, probability of it being red, given that it's even. Probability of it being red, given that it's even. So we are only allowed to look at the stuff that we are given. In this case, the evens. So we're looking at all our even numbers. So we got a total of 5. Of those 5, how many of them are red? We've got our 3. That's our probability of it being red, given that it's even. So if we look at part C, part C says, what is the probability of it being less than 4, given that it's odd? So we're only allowed to look at the objects that are odd. All right. So I got odd, 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 and odd. All right. So I got a total of 5. All right. Of those, how many of them are less than 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. So a lot of times we can go ahead and list these things out and kind of just put check marks next to the ones that meet what we're looking for. So let's look at the third one. The third one, we're talking about a situation where we've got dogs and cats, males and females. All right, so we got 24 dogs. Of that, 8 male, 16 female. We have 18 cats. Of that, 6 male, 12 female. All right. So probability of it being a male given that it is a cat. So I'm only looking at the cats. All right. So I'm looking at those 18 right there. All right. Of those 18, how many of them are male? We got a total of 6. So probability of it being male, given that it's a cat, we got 6 out of 18. All right. Part B, probability of it being a cat, given that it is a female. All right. So now we're only allowed to look at the females. All right. So I've got females and females. So altogether, I have a total of 28 females. Of those 28, how many of them are cats? In this case, 12 out of 28. So the key thing with given is we are only looking at what we have been given. All right, that is all we are concerned with. In this last case, we don't care about the males. Dogs or cats, doesn't matter. All we're worried about is those females. And of those 28 females, how many of them are cats? Hopefully this makes some sense to you guys. As always, send me an email if you got questions on this. I will put up some notes for the second and third page tomorrow. Hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.